I just really wanted to find some bit of peace here in my life, and I never was able to, because of the way that these people systematically created this narcissistic proxy war and created all of these tactics, meaning to gaslight me through systems, weaponizing my relationships, weaponizing the medical manipulations and the spiritual warfare and how they operate. So the next steps is literally taking away everything from me all at once. And so when they're able to do this without any kind of integral character within themselves to see that I'm out here speaking the truth, I'm sorry, but these people are pathological psychopaths, and it's abusive, psychologically abusive in a systemic warfare. And it sucks that we have to live in this fashion, because all across the walks of life in America, we should be able to do more, to be more, and to go further than what we are being allowed to do. If we can't shine a light on these things, and if they're just after our lives and after to kill us, especially the Christians, don't take me the wrong way. I wholeheartedly believe that for a long time that we should have been answering back. But if there's just no way and they do take our lives, just let them, because the fucking fact of the matter is, and excuse my French, but the fact of the matter is that when there's no Christian praying over their enemies and saying the Lord's Prayer with absolute heart involved, their hearts shake and fall to the ground. It doesn't matter if they're in bunkers or where they're at. So all life in and of itself will be done. So in the end, it's just going to be fire. God promised that he won't flood the earth anymore, but God never promised that he wouldn't create fire for the whole world, because I believe that that's where we're headed. It's a very cold war. I mean, just very sick and sad and decrepit the way that man's hearts are these days. That's just let them. If they want to be corrupt and they're strategically placed inside of the warfare on the opposite per spectrum of where God created life, liberty, and all that for us to actually pursue our joys, just whatever. Life, like, what's the meaning of it is what I'm getting at. Like, what's the meaning of life? When, for me anyway, I haven't even had a semblance of my own organic mind since I was a baby. So coming out of that long standing of a poisoning, sorry to feel that it's not suicidal or anything like that. It's just, or how would you say it, like a nihilist or whatever. It's not in a nihilistic type of way. It's just to suggest that if there's no way for us to get back to a reality where we can live amongst each other in any kind of peaceable manner in this world is garbage, dude. Like, rip out a sheet of paper from a notebook, like a spiraled notebook, rip it out, crumple it up, and throw it away, because that's about as good as the world is these days. So I guess that's just how I define it, because unless we're actually going to go meet up at some church and start a revolutionary war. But other than that, like, these people with so much power, with their money hungry, like, bullshit ass fucking, like, gobble, it's all like, enjoy the demons, that are manifested in their flesh and whatnot. Just let them. We just change addresses. We all die. Every single last one of us on planet Earth die and have a place to go. And it's either up or down. And so I just assume that it'd all be over, to tell you the truth, because, not saying that I don't recommend fighting for life. I'm trying to fight for life, but the fact of the matter is this. When you don't have your availability of your core, and you're lamenting actually every single age that you were ever alive, and you're just trying to be free, and then now that I've discovered these things and discovered the warfare for exactly how fucking decrepit it is, that these Freemasons have ties in with the police, the military, the fucking doctors, the lawyers, judges, the fucking hoity-toity, fucking Ku Klux Click, whatever the fuck they need. Dude, fuck the sanctity of life. It's gone. It's been gone since freaking 1981 or before then. It's just been gone. That's all I'm getting at. And unless there's a way to actually come together, which I don't actually believe there is anymore, then life in and of itself is over. Actual, real, true, honorable, organic life is completely fucked. It's done. The idea of freedom in America, there's no more freedom left, if you ask me. Like, we're not just enjoying the last days of freedom. Maybe Andrew Tate and Tristan Tate get to enjoy the last days of freedom because of, you know, them having the availability of money and whatever, but they've been under attack and dealing with warfare ever since that they created their online school, taking the website name that they took and, you know, university.com. It's just it's been a complete disaster for the mainstream liberal, you know, fuckery out here. And so if they want to stop the sanctity of all life, and they want to work in that way, and they're just all demon filled, and just who cares? That's all I'm saying. Who cares? Let them do whatever they're gonna do. We get our lives taken away from us from these hoity-toity goody two-shoes, and we get to go to heaven while they will enjoy the fruits of their labor in a very fanatical fashion of the Lord's decree of putting them into a lake of fire or whatever. They want to be fanatics in that way, let them be fanatics in that way is what I'm saying. But for the rest of the duration, say the Lord's Prayer, define it, speak it out loud. You know, and I say that within all aspects of finding the meaning behind every single word, every single part, because without us doing such things, there's no way. There's just no way that there's going to be any kind of life, liberty, or pursuits of any kind of justice at all. Because what does justice mean? It means that the justice system works for everybody, not just for the few that are willing to partake with the demonic. You know, so, and if that's the way it is, it's not a justice system anymore. And it never has been, in my opinion. So whatever you want to think, I don't know the answer. If you have any answers, I'd like to hear them, in all honesty, because the fact of the matter is that, you know, I would have liked to have more life.